start to finish. It's the restoration of the Last Hemi.
Okay, so we're here back with the Hemi, showing some continuation of the body work that's been done. Last time you saw it, we had gotten it back from the E-coat. We were just starting to get into the sanding and scuffing to get things ready. Now, as you see, I have hand filled and sanded all the little pits, pretty much using a lightweight filler to just make it so much easier on the primer. You can bury them in primer and then you sand the primer, and as the primer shrinks, some of the pits may still show. This is a much nicer way to go, but fingerprints all been sanded off. We're all clean now. So a lot of hand work under here, but to take a car to this kind of level, this is the detail work that you have to go through to get there. Being on the rotisserie, of course, makes it a whole lot easier being able to do the wheel wells. It's all at this length. You're not all crouched. You're not in precarious positions. It's so much easier to do. All this now is going into rough-in work, so it's that much more or less I have to do when I get it back on its suspension. Okay, so here, again, you can see I've started to use some filler and get everything smoothed out, all the pits gone. Now, you'll have people say, oh man, you know, this is so full of filler and that's so wrong. Well, you know, plain and simple, all this is to take care of imperfections. You can't do a car to this level, to this quality, without using some sort of filler. So this is one of those little business card magnets, real weak, you know, but just will stick to just anything. As you see, enough to even bother. But you can see through it in most spots. All I'm doing is all the little dings, everything that was in there that I had to hammer and dolly out, is dolly that out. You can tell when she's hitting flat against the metal and it's starting to touch again. And then it's kind of a feel thing. You just keep going at it until you know you're pretty close. We then grind the finish off, because as you hammer and dolly, you can crack that, you may crack that E-coating, you may scuff it. So I take it, grind it up, put a little bit of filler over it, make sure it's all smoothed out, everything gets hand blocked. All this was where, after we had installed that quarter panel, we had the crease here, and where in the past they had drilled the holes and did all the dent puller work, and I welded all those holes up. Well, now this is all, again, it's all smoothed over. There's not enough here to even make the magnet not stick. We all seen the car prior. All the metal was solid. This isn't, you don't want to ever use filler over holes. It's never gonna last. Moisture from the backside is gonna bubble, it's gonna pop. This car was protected 100%. You've seen it was solid, but either when we install the quarter panel, or even from the factory, when they do their spot welds and they install these quarter panels, the heat distortion, always in here, if you really look closely at an original car, you'll see waves. The other thing too is a lot of times to do their holes, they just took a punched the holes for the wheel well trim. Well, when they punch those holes, that stress of the initial punch to get through would put slight waves, variations in the wheel well lip. I can't have that on a car of this quality. So this has all been filled, smoothed, so you won't see any of those imperfections. We've gone the extra distance to definitely make sure that it's done properly. Everything is as nice as you can get it. Everything's been hand blocked. I cut over it with a Durablock. Find all my low spots. Here, you'll see, nice shiny spot. Now, because of that shiny spot, I know that's a low spot. I can get in here with my hammer and dolly from the back side, smack it out, smooth it out, and then it'll be just like one of these other spots here. I'll put some putty over it, some filler, smooth it out, block it. It's paper thin. So, and it'll be smooth as silk and flat as glass when it's all said and done. Here, we're into where the factory lead seam was. Started filling this. I use an all metal product here, which has little bits of aluminum in it. And pretty much what it does is it's got similar qualities to lead. They make such nice products nowadays. Use something other than lead and then it's better for you. So this will get some filler over it when it's all said and done too for the final smoothing, but this has the same kind of properties and everything as lead. So that's the route we took there. It's all roughed in, and as you see again, a little bit of a shiny spot. We know that's low. If I can get from it from behind, I will take and dolly that out, hammer and dolly it. And again, it's gonna get a light skim coat. Once we get into polyester and start blocking that out, the less amount of material we have on here, the better. So if I don't have to bury this thing in filler, that's less material that's gonna shrink up over time and gonna give you a less quality paint job. So this is why we do some of the things the way we do it, and all to ensure a higher quality job.
For more on the restoration of the Last Hemi, visit our website at thelasthemi.com.